Hey guys, I hope you've had a great weekend and a great start to your week. We unfortunately have a crazy situation going on here though. Let me show you what's going on. I just saw this tweet from the VTuber Bao this morning where she talks about a situation that occurred on May 24th and seems like it hasn't gotten any better. Let's get the context to that first. So this tweet reading, to summarize the beginning of my stream, I lost all my subathon money. It was going towards animated music videos for my original songs. The studio in question has refunded me exactly $20 to date. This is how much they owe me. And showing a number of expenses and payments, which if I'm reading this correctly, totals around $34,000 USD. She gives us some more context here, saying they saw this post and watched me break down from stress on Twitch. I've yet to receive a single dime. I've already said this on stream, but I'll say it again here. I'm not asking my community to help me financially. I only ask that my community be understanding when I take on sponsorships to recoup the costs. I've been dealing with this quietly for months. At the center of this is one person and one person only. Everyone else, including myself, are victims. On May 25th, Merriweather would also comment on this, saying, I know who this is, and this scumbag who scammed Bao out of $36,000 has been bad-mouthing me and my studio to all his clients. How about instead of talking badly about other studios that actually deliver, you focus on not scamming your clients and actually refunding them if you can't give them what they paid for. At that point in time, I don't believe the studio was named. However, it seems like this morning, that has changed. Because just about 30 minutes ago from Bao, I see this on Twitter where she says, 10 plus stuck bank transfers later, I've received nothing. You promised you'd pay me back and that you weren't stringing me along. You kicked my staff out of all our group chats anytime we tried to negotiate with you. You blocked my lawyer. Where is our money? At James Studio Cell. Something went wrong. Well, I took a look at this account a moment ago and it worked. It looks like they may have deleted in real time. Oh my gosh, they really did. Well, that is, yeah, wow. You can actually see I still have the tab pulled up where I looked at them earlier. Let's see if it works real quick. It actually does. So the page did not refresh yet. Here is what the account looked like right before it got deleted, as you can see. I don't really know what else to really say at this moment. This was not expected. Yeah, if we refresh this page, it's not going to work anymore. Well, we can still take a look at his Twitter page. I'm kind of filling in the blanks here. This is just speculation on my part, so I'm making that clear. This is just my personal speculation right now. He seems to have had some association with this other company, Toonari, a global animation studio, as they write in their bio here on Twitter. And you can see in their pinned tweet, they talk about creating a Wander anime MV for Ren Zoto here of Niji Sanji. And with that information and or speculation, we can now take a look at this tweet from Giga, which Bao retweeted, which reads, gets fired from animation studio, presumably, starts a new one and tells clients he's still with the old one to bait them, overpromises on quality / deadlines, leaks other projects and NDA info to everyone, doesn't pay animators dip, pretends the projects are still happening, is broke. Could go on, but I was getting the feeling he wasn't going to deliver at the beginning of this year and decided to just wait it out and see. I kept aware of my PayPal chargeback deadline the whole time and put the request in when it became obvious what was going on. We've also made sure that anyone whose info or projects that were leaked would have been informed along with whoever is representing them. Would also like to note that he didn't have any of us sign NDAs or contracts with him. Big mistake. And for the record, he did tell me he was fired from his old studio. He thought we were chill enough with each other, so he proceeded to trash talk his old coworkers and company. So I'd be super happy moving to his new group of ragtag contractors that he wasn't paying. Woohoo. Lastly, much love to everyone who I've been in contact with about this. We've all been sharing our experiences and getting details straight together for months. And some have been much more stressed than others for obvious reasons. I have their backs on this all the way. All right, well, as you guys know, I'm just finding out about this stuff in real time with you right now. As you can see, for example, these tweets even have like 7 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. So it's all kind of unfolding right now. And as Giga mentioned, other parties involved who have been unfortunately dealing with this, they've been dealing with it for like months to varying extents. So again, I'm speculating a bit here, trying to understand all of this with the information I have so far. And it kind of seems like this James person may have been working with that Toonari animation studio. At some point he got let go or something, but he tried to string a bunch of people along saying he could get like these jobs done and stuff. Got a bunch of money from people for jobs that he seems like he probably actually in reality knew he couldn't actually fulfill. And that all kind of makes it seem like, at least in my opinion, again, based off the limited knowledge and info I have on this topic right now, makes it kind of seem like dude was just trying to scam as much money as he possibly could on the way out. Actually, we got more info coming out right now. Seems like I might be pretty spot on with that speculation. Let's check it out. 5 minutes ago from Vienna. Some background. James Wick is someone who was employed by a legitimate animation studio and had worked to complete legitimate projects before, both under Tonari and Studio Cell's new project. Studio Cell unfortunately went under due to many of his employees not being paid on time or at all. My project was canceled due to everyone leaving the studio. With all this going on, he still tried to convince others he could take more work. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, man. And continue to gather more animators and more clients, making many pay up front. Oh gosh. That is how everyone got here. I will let the other girls tell their side and explain more, but what he did was not right at all. Yeah, I feel bad for everyone who just got scammed by this fool. Like, as I said earlier, it looks like he knew very well what he was doing, and he fully intended on scamming these people. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Very stupid and bold move, obviously, and just morally reprehensible. Fill in the blanks with whatever terminology you want to use for that guy. I can only assume this dude might live in a country where he's thinking he can't face legal repercussions for this, or it's like very unlikely or something. But even if, like, hypothetically he actually gets away with all this stuff, I don't know how he'll actually feel good about himself. Like, scamming a bunch of people who just want to cue animation, scamming a bunch of animators and a bunch of women. Like, wow, great job, bro. Just a minute ago, Sarue also came out with a statement here. Let's read this. She says, I paid approximately $23,000 for my 2.0 lore video, while he, on the other hand, only allocated $10,000 to the team from the provided funds. The incompetence and lack of professionalism displayed by this person resulted in the rest of the team not receiving their payments. Despite this setback, I took it upon myself to ensure everyone else was paid promptly, as the animator/artist couldn't afford to wait to cover their expenses. At present, I'm waiting the return of my $13,000 with hopes of receiving it by this Wednesday. It's crucial to note that the abysmal management of this project, combined with the constant delays caused by this individual, forced me to shoulder the responsibility of an art director for the animation video I paid for. I had to put in immense effort and make numerous sacrifices to make ends meet. To add insult to injury, he shamelessly utilized my work to promote his animation studio to other clients. What? This just gets crazier and crazier. All right, with the info we now have, let's also, or let me pause here and say another potential theory. Maybe he didn't intend from the get-go of scamming all the money. It may have been a bit of mismanagement, a lot of mismanagement on his end, excuse me. And then maybe as things fell apart, that's when he got the idea to just take the money and run. Maybe that's more of what happened. Not too sure. Not saying that's any better either. No, I think this dude's a scumbag through and through. I'm just trying to piece the puzzle together as some dude on the outside looking in. Obviously, one very telling thing will be if he actually starts refunding people. I find it highly unlikely he actually does, though I hope I'm wrong about that. But, like, all the behavior displayed up until even, like, before he deleted his Twitter account would indicate to me that he doesn't plan on refunding people. And then him nuking his Twitter account now as well and all that, not a good look, unfortunately, for the people that gave this guy money. Just saw another tweet as well from Vienna. Some more context here. Says, the girls are asking for their refunds not due to an issue of quality of work, but that it was physically impossible. His studio fell apart. No one was getting paid. He won't refund people for projects that had not even started. Where did the money go? Yeah, where to go? His bank account is where it went, or something. Got another statement here as well from Captain Hannah. She says, back in March, I worked with Studio Cell for my lore video. I was promised a 1.5 minute video for this amount. I pulled out of the project after I heard from the other ladies that he's not who he said he was. He's a compulsive liar, a thief, and a spineless, despicable worm. As you see in photo 3, he tries to buy his time until PayPal cannot protect me anymore, but I wasn't letting that happen. The only reason I got my refund back was I was lucky enough to be warned by everyone that there was no lore video going to be delivered to me. I let him know his time was up, and my patience had been consumed, so I was still in the time frame of PayPal to start a dispute. You deleted your DMs, but I still have them. So I ask you as well, James, where's their money? I would tag you, but you seem to have deleted your Twitter account. Oopsie, James Studio Cell. Everyone, please stay safe when working with people for your assets, especially ones that are costly. I was under the impression this whole time he was a reputable source since he was recommended through trustworthy friends, and I should have done my due diligence. Be careful, snakes are in the grass. And finally, going back to Bao as well, she did also add something else to her statement, which I did miss earlier in the video because we went right over to James Studio Cell's Twitter account, but she added this as well, where she says, how he got me. Employed under legitimate animation company at the time. Showed me legitimate work with corporate VTuber companies. When I first inquired, he was working with trusted friends and colleagues on projects. Portfolio was backed up by trusted friends and colleagues. as of recording this so far, I believe those are the only statements that have come out. If I missed any, my bad. And of course, by the time this gets uploaded and at some point in the future, there may be more, maybe plenty of more statements about this as well. I'm not too sure. But as of right now, I believe that's just a situation. I wish there was more I could do for the people negatively impacted by this dude. Alas, all I can really do is talk about the situation and spread awareness to it all. So I'll leave it there. Be careful out there in the world, out there on the internet. Be careful, man. Crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. As always, appreciate you and your time. I'll see you there. And of course, in the next segment, which will be tomorrow. Catch you then.